Hi, this video is going to be a response to many questions I've been getting over the past several weeks, maybe past several years. People ask me why it's so important to exercise in the morning, why I exercise in the morning. And this is the primary reason: insulin. Everybody knows the word insulin. Maybe they even know what it is. It's a hormone. Maybe they even know how it works. It helps to remove blood sugar, packaging it in the bloodstream. But I'm going to explain why insulin is the key to exercising in the morning and the benefits you get from exercising in the morning that far outweigh exercising other times of the day. Or if you do exercise other times of the day, making sure that it's after many hours from your last food. So exercising in the morning allows you to exercise at a time when insulin is at its lowest. That occurs because when you wake up, you obviously have not eaten. Insulin is typically a response to eating carbohydrates and protein. There's a very small insulin response to eating fat, a small but negligible. Anytime you eat any form of carbohydrate, especially any form of simple carbs, processed carbs, sugars, anytime you eat protein, chicken breast even, you get a significant insulin response. Why is that important? Generally, insulin tells your brain to store the food that's coming in. It says that things are good. We don't need to utilize what's already been stored, and we can store more because there may be a famine coming, winter may be coming. When the insulin level is low, it gives the signal to the brain that you can release all of that stored energy, that stored food. My patients know that I like to use the analogy of the 3 refrigerators of someone's house, considering 3 refrigerators in the human body. That third refrigerator is only going to be opened up, just like that third refrigerator that may be in the garage or in the basement, when the other 2 refrigerators are empty. Your body's 2 original refrigerators, the first is what you put into your mouth. That will always be used first. And until that is empty, which is at least several hours after eating, then no other source of food will be used. When that is empty, the second refrigerator is open. That is something called glycogen. That is sugar generally that's built up throughout the day naturally in your muscles, in your liver, in your pancreas. And as soon as that first refrigerator is empty, the second refrigerator, the glycogen, gets opened up. So your mitochondria, which need to be fed every minute of every day, get a continual feeding even when your mouth and your stomach are empty. So in the morning when we wake up, the first 2 refrigerators that our body is relying on are generally empty. The third refrigerator is the excessive fat we have, the stored energy. The problem is that third refrigerator is like the third refrigerator that's in the garage. Nobody really wants to go get that food because it's old. You got to go into the garage and go get it. So it stays locked up. It's the same with the energy that, especially around our waist, that we retain. That is actually food that has been put there so that if we do encounter a famine or, God forbid, a starvation episode, we have food that we're carrying with us that will allow us to survive. We are blessed in that we don't have that situation in this country. We have the opposite. We're able to feed and store and store and store, and that therein lies the obesity epidemic and the diabetes epidemic, again, for another time. So getting back to the principal reason for this video, everybody has the opportunity every day when they wake up to get rid of some of that third source of food, but it only occurs if insulin levels remain low. Insulin is a very dominant hormone. If it is stimulated, the other hormones, including the fat-burning hormones that are stimulated in your body in the morning, will go back to sleep, and you will not access any of that stored energy. So there's a lot of other reasons we need to know about insulin. It's a very inflammatory hormone. It can be used to predict who's more likely to get recurrence of certain cancers like breast cancer. So there's a lot to it. It's not a good hormone. You need it to do its job, but it basically only shows up when it's called upon, which is when we're eating carbohydrates, continually eating carbohydrates, even certain proteins. And that's why a lot of diseases are now being drilled down, not just to diabetes, but actually to something called insulin resistance. And that's going to be a topic of another video, maybe several videos. So just remember the 3 refrigerator analogy. If we allow the first 2 refrigerators to run empty, which they are naturally every morning, and you simply go and do your exercise before you've eaten anything, you're going to be utilizing the stored energy, the stored food. The third refrigerator will be opened because the minute you eat something, it's going to be closed. And who knows, it's going to get stuffed with more food depending on what you eat, how often you eat, etc. So, hope that helps. Looking forward to interacting with you regarding these topics that we talk about in the videos. Stay healthy.